Hola everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Valentine's Day, happy love for all, and thank you for spending some of your Wednesday conmigo. Let's get into today's video, which I'm very excited for, and it is a book haul from bookoutlet.com. I am in no way, shape, or form sponsored by them, but I'm manifesting in the air that one day we'll collab, we'll sponsor, just keep going at it and they'll come through. But I spent some of my real hard-earned money on some great books and I want to show you what I got. Let's get into it. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, engage as I'm growing my content out and growing my channel. I really will appreciate it. And as always, thank you for spending some Wednesday con Winma. Bookoutlet.com is a company, I think they just buy like dead stock from multiple retailers, and you can get some really great titles for super cheap. Like, I think the lowest I've ever paid for a book was like $2.99 or something like that. However, once they're in stock, get them because they will sell out, and sometimes they may not have a replenishment of some sort. So it's important that if you like it, grab it. Let's get into it. So for this haul, I got a mixture. I definitely started off with wanting romance books, as I really don't read that, and we're in February and it's Valentine's Day. So I wanted to stock up on some romance titles, and then I started to get like this eclectic like drop in as books were available. So first and foremost, I got Tabitha Brown's Feeding the Soul. I just love her spirit so much. I actually gifted this to a friend for Christmas, and I was meaning to tell myself like, oh, I want to buy that title for myself. And it just so happened that this was available. So I got Tabitha Brown's Feeding My Soul, Finding Our Way to Joy, Love, and Freedom. Like I said, she's just such a great spirit, and I really want to get into her book. I love all her content. So I am very looking forward into getting into this book. If you know me, then you know I am a feminist, and I think we should all be feminists. So as I'm getting into this space of wife, possible motherhood down the line, it's important that whatever I get blessed with, son, daughter, what have you, that they should all be feminists. So I saw this title, How to Raise a Feminist Son, and I was like, yes, I need to read this. What are we teaching our sons about feminism and the equality of the sexes? Very important. I really want to get into this. I cannot wait to like tear the pages up. So this spoke to me, and I was like, I'm grabbing it. One of my good friends, actually she's a matron of honor for my wedding, she's a big Gucci Mane fan, and when I saw this, I was like, Jay, this was you. This was definitely you. So I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna read it and then gift it to her, because the way she just yells Gucci out of nowhere sometimes, and like when he got out of jail, like she was just so for it. Like, I just love her and love her love for Gucci Mane. So I definitely wanted to get into this biography and get into his story, because I think he has a very unique story. So I'm very excited to see what this is about. So again, with bookoutlet.com, what you see, if you like, grab, because it may not be there. So I grabbed another Tabitha Brown cooking book, but this time a cooking book instead of like more than just like probably an autobiography or I guess like interview style book. But it is Cooking from the Spirit, Easy, Delicious, and Joyful Plant-Based Inspiration. So it's good to be eclectic. Also, I am very much that cooking tells a story, so I want to know what these recipes tell a story about her, and how do you incorporate them in everyday life. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. As I'm exploring other genres to read, I'm definitely into a thriller space. So I got Nothing More to Tell by Karen M. Mcmanns. It's praised as more than a regular whodunit type of story. Just the cover alone, I was like, what is going on here? I definitely want to read. I love when I look at a title or a cover and I can see like a mini series of some sort or like a movie of some sort already, because it helps me kind of read through the story and get into it more. So definitely looking forward to seeing what this whodunit type of mystery thriller is about. Last month, I was introduced to S.A. Cosby, and in finishing Razor Blade Tears, I was like, please give me another one. Please give me another one. And All the Sinners Bleed is what was available on Book Outlet, and I was like, yes. I'm actually going to get the other one that I saw on there. I think it's called Blacktop Wasteland. I want to get into that as well. So this is another one that I was introduced from last month's reading, S.A. Cosby's All the Sinners Bleed. I love Marvel. I love Stan Lee. So when I saw a biography for him, I was like, I want to get into that. I've always saw documentaries about how he came to be along with his other partners at Marvel. And so I just always love the man behind all of our favorite comic books. So I wanted to give this a try and get into that one. So this one is for those comic book fanatics. Colson Whitehead is someone who I was introduced to last month with the Nicole boys. And so when I saw that they had another title under him at bookoutlet.com, I snatched up, and this one's the Harlem Shuffle. It says here, I didn't even give into like what it's about. I was like, it's written by him, I'm picking it up. So let's see if it gives me a little tidbit. It says Ray Carney was only slightly bent when it came to being crooked. Okay, we getting some this person might have some integrity issues. To his customers and neighbors on 125th Street, Carney is an upstanding salesman of reasonably priced furniture, making a decent life for himself and his family. He and his wife Elizabeth are expecting their second child, and if her parents on Schreier's Row don't approve of him in their cramped apartment across from the subway tracks, it's still home. Few people know he descends from a line of uptown hoods and crooks. That is his facade of normalcy, as more than a few cracks in it. Cracks that are getting bigger at time. Cash is tight, especially with all those installments plans of sofas, so his cousin Freddie occasionally drops off odd ring or necklace. Ray doesn't ask where it comes from. He knows a discreet jeweler downtown who doesn't ask questions either. Then Freddie falls in with a crew who plan to rob Hotel Teresa, the Waldorf of Harlem, and volunteer Ray's services as the fence. The heist doesn't go as planned. They rarely do. Now Ray has a new clientele who made up of shady cops, vicious local gangsters, 2-bit pornographers, and other assorted Harlem lowlifes. Interesting. Definitely can't wait to get into this. This is the last one before we get into the romance. I live in Philadelphia, and I am not necessarily like an Eagles fan, but I do respect Jalen Hurts' all-woman team. And so when I saw his manager, I believe his agent, had a book out, I was like, I want to get into that. I remember reading a story of like she kind of like DM'd him, and like that's how they started working together, and he just has like an all-women empowered group that like manages him, and I think that that's so dope. So this is Nicole Lynn's Agent You. Show up, do the work, and succeed on your own terms. And I just can't wait to see how her rise and her career came to be. I'm looking forward to it. This title I've been seeing all over TikTok. The Davenports, they have wealth and reputation. Now is their chance to find love. So getting into the romance, loving this. This one kind of triggered me a little bit. It's called Yinka, Where's Your Husband? As someone who grew up in a very Latino predominant Puerto Rican household, it was always el novio. And it's just like, can you ask me anything else besides some man on my arm? Like, I'm thriving out here, and all you want to worry about is somebody's man who might not even be all that interesting when you think about prying into my life and all the interesting things that I do. But it always frustrated me that was like the only point of like connection that people would have, or the expectation that by this time you should have el novio or el esposo or whatever the case is. And that title just like grabbed me, and I was like, I need to get into this. So meet Yinka, a 30-something Oxford-educated British Nigerian woman with a well-paid job, good friends, and a mother whose constant refrain is, Yinka, where's your husband? Yinka's Nigerian aunties pray for her delivery from singledom. Good Lord. Her work friends think that she's too traditional. She's saving herself for marriage, and the men in her life, well, that's a whole other story. When her cousin Rachel gets engaged, Yinka commences Operation Wedding Date. Will Yinka find herself a husband? And what if the thing she really needs is to find herself? Interesting. Yes, normally that's what it really is. This is a story that bravely asks the questions we all have about romance, that explores what it means to find our way between two cultures, both which are yours. I love it. So I can't wait to get into it. Again, stop asking women, where's their husband, where's their partner, where's their baby? Like, mind your damn business. All right, let's get into the other title. So these last three are by Jasmine Guillory. My manager was like, oh, these are really, really good. They're a series. So the first one is The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. And the second one is The Wedding Date. And then the last one is The Wedding Party. Or they might be intertwined. This might be the second one and that one was the third, or vice versa. And I think that there's another one when I was looking this up in regards to the series. So I will be divulging into these, and these will be some of my TBRs for February. But that is the full haul, and I want to say I spent about like $100-ish on all these titles. And that's not bad, considering like these titles, some stickers had like Barnes & Noble, some had Target. Like I said, I believe bookoutlet.com buys like dead stock and then sells them for pretty cheap. So that is the haul. Thank you for spending some of your Wednesday conmigo. As always, read what entertains you or you'll never find yourself bored. I am so glad that you spent some of your Valentine's Day, yay, with me. Until next time, bye. Adios.